Hi, it's Grandpa Butler. Thank you for joining me today while we have more fun doing art. Grandkids suggested some lessons in how to do art with my crayons, water-soluble watercolor crayons and permanent markers, and that's what I've been doing since May of 2021, and it's been kind of fun to develop technique. I do a picture of the thing I want to emphasize. I color that thing and then I add some background. We're going to do that today with a raven here, and I've met ravens mostly when I've been backpacking out in the desert and up in the mountains. Beautiful animals, and I fully believe they are as smart as they are said to be. I started out with a pencil sketch to make sure we had enough room, and here we go. So we're going to draw their beak in here, and it's not clear. So what I usually do is I have some photographs, right, that I work from the object, and then the background usually comes from other photographs, different photographs than the object. And this is sort of the case here. So I'm going to put my raven here up in the mountains here. So we're going to have wings coming over here and being folded. And so I'm reminding myself when I do the coloring part of this that I'm trying to capture that element in here with this part of the artwork. So here's some more feathers I'm kind of drawing in here. And I will kind of follow that pattern of feathers when I do crayons. I'm going to do a little bit of ink work there just to remind me when I'm coloring that we're doing this, since this is in real time and haven't done this before, to remind me that's the other side, the dark side, far side of the wing structure here. So beautiful long feet, very smart birds, and I'm not going to show all the feet here. I'm going to show the supporting branch that I imagine our bird is on here, and that's the branch because I want to put him in a natural environment here, and I'm going to do that. So maybe smaller feathers underneath, coming underneath here, coming up over there. So I think we've got enough room in the object that we can erase the pencil markings that we started out with and color our raven, who is mostly black, but we're going to pretend that he is dark blue and kind of some red instead of just black. So we'll do both. And when I do my crayon work, okay, kids, notice how I'm trying to kind of follow where the feathers go, because I plan on some pigment remaining from when I get my brush out and brush over this. And that pigment is sort of reflects the reality of the world that we live in, that colors are not everywhere homogeneous. Okay, and I'll put his legs here will be dark. I don't worry much about that. So let's get some of the other half, get some of the red in here. And I try to capture what they look like generally, but if I think I can make them slightly more interesting color-wise without distorting them, I don't mind doing that. And that's why I'm using the red and the blue together here. Again, I am coloring in the direction the feathers are going because I want that to be part of my art. For the branch here, that's a typical sort of broken branch in the Tetons or the Uintas or wherever you go, Rin River area, Wind Rivers. Okay, so there's some of the branch colors of birds, and so I'm going to get out our brush here and start coloring. And down here and do the branch. Now I like to dab instead of stroke. If I stroke, I like to stroke in the direction. In fact, I think maybe there's too much darkness in the bill, and so put a lot of water there, and we're going to take some of that darkness out. And so we did, luckily. And so again, I am not trying to run things together. Dabbing is good. Strokes are sort of okay. And just going back and forth around in a circle, that's not allowed unless you're a Marxist, right? Marxist painters, all those, I invite all Marxist painters in the audience to do that. Let it be gray, homogeneous gray, undiscernible gray, sort of like dust capital, huh? Okay. So you can tell I'm not a Marxist. George Stigler and I had that in common. Okay, oh wow, he's really there, isn't he? So I got some purple on here, some dark, and put that on that branch. Seems like that could use it. Okay, we're done with that. Now let's do parts 1 and 2. Let's do parts 3, which may consume a lot of time. I'm going to do the light color first and put a tree in here. And since I've got this in my hand, I'm going to remind me where the trunks are here. And here's going to be the exposed side of a mountain here. I'm doing too much squiggly stuff and not enough of this sort of hard press and release and show me what the structure looks like kind of stuff. Sorry about that. My intention was honorable here though. Which intention was to outline the little cirque that our raven has found himself in. And put in some colors showing on the edges of the cirque as the sun is rising or falling. You can depict your orientation for this picture however you want. And we're going to put a little snow in here, so we'll leave them snow, leave that ridge white here. So we got some sunlit portions here, and probably should go down like this, and maybe like that here. And now we are going to do some of the darker proportions here. especially on that side of the ridge. And then we're going to have snow in there. And so we're going to put light blue as the shadowed snow right in here. In fact, let's do that now before Grandpa forgets. My memory is perfectly good and just not very long. Usually 40 seconds anyway, just for the record. Okay. What were we talking about anyway? Here we go, some more snow. Some snow there, shadows of snow. Shadows on the snow there. How about we have this be a sticky out part here, and we'll have shadows, snow shadows on that part too. Okay, I'm good with that. If you're good with that, we're all good with that. So we come down here and Grandpa better get his shadows under control here. This all, after all, is a finite lesson here. We don't have an infinitely long time to spend. Anyway, I find this quite relaxing. I also like, regular watercolors with a brush. But this I'm finding to be more portable and more congenial for setting up and taking down than the regular stuff you haul around for doing watercolors. Although there's so many wonderful YouTube artists all from all over the world that do that kind of stuff, and I admire you all greatly. Okay, is that enough? That's probably enough. We'll just put some greens in there for trees. And maybe what we should do is start putting in this salmon color here, and then we'll do the rest. I want some of that salmon color reflection preserved, but I also like the idea of it being mixed with the sort of purple. Is this purple or violet? Violet that we have here. Okay, so that's a snowfield there. We're going to have some other snowfields, obviously. So we have an outcrop here and associated snowfield down here. Snow coming down there, and here's shadow on that snowfield. And shadow on the snowfield here, coming down there, and this one here is a pretty steep, fun place to go. Don't go there without proper gear. Okay, so we got most of that. We can wake up some of our violet here. In fact, let's just do a little bit of that along the ridge here. And over here, too much water. So I don't do this every day. I've been caught up in catching up on research the last little bit, but try to do it every day. Try and do an average, maybe a picture a day, and think I will make that sort of goal here pretty quickly. What we're going to do here is trees, and trees are tricky. So I did sort of trunks of pine. Let's suppose we're up in the mountains, 8,000, 9,000 feet, so maybe these are ponderosa pines. How's that? And our ravens are following a wolf pack up there. Got up there that high. And, or maybe a bunch of coyotes, and they want to take a look at what they're eating and steal from them whatever they can. We'll put some ponderosas over there on the other shore. And we'll get another colored green here and probably put a little bit in here. So for shadows here are going to be kind of on the right hand side, since we have the sun coming from the left hand side towards the center of the tree. And I'm not living up to my left hand side rule, am I? And let's suppose the shore is somewhere around here. I'm not going to worry about working that all in, since this is just supposed to be the background for our raven, so he can hunt down his coyotes and see whatever it is they kill, and scavenge what's left over. Huh? Or maybe they are following a bunch of a troop of Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts. I'm gonna come in the camp after they go to sleep. Okay, how about that? How about another tree right here? Just to take up room, and so I don't have to explain that space there. Okay, so yeah, I think that's maybe enough background. Probably you're thinking, oh, Grandpa, I should have a few more rocks here and there showing in these snowfields. Yeah, okay, you're right. And down here. Okay, how's that? You happier now? Okay. I'm glad you're happy. It does help if the realism doesn't. You're right. Okay. Now, got to light up our trees. We can light up this side here because I won't interfere when I do with the other side, having these trees over here wet. Usually I work from left to right, but you know, sometimes you just like to be different. You dare to be different. To coin a phrase, is that patentable? Any of my children think it is, let me know. And we'll go patent it before someone else thinks of it. Okay, here we go. We got that tree in there. I think what we need to do is, I think we need to put more color in this trunk area that I'm preserving here with just a place marker, basically, with maybe a little different place marker. And maybe the ones that hands here have both colors in there at once. What a crazy idea. Huh? Okay, so is that enough? I think that kind of gives us the idea, and you can imagine the lake there, or maybe it's filled with snow. What we need to do is just touch up the raven a bit here, and I think we'll be set. Here we go with a few touch-ups underneath his chin, on his chest here and back. Speak in here a little bit. Down around his legs, highlights our raven here. I think that's okay. Well, thank you for your patience. Thanks for sticking with us this morning. I hope you have a great day, great week, and lots of fun, whatever you do, including art. Take care. Bye-bye.